What could possibly be the most underrated event to ever be hosted on Roblox? Well, in this video, it's not a random Roblox event that nobody knows of from 2013 or something, but rather it's the RB Battle Season 3 event. Hey though, before you click off thinking it's not underrated, and I'm speaking nonsense, just remember this entire event didn't even profit the hosts, meaning they lost more currency than they earned from this event, let alone the community backlash they received while it was going on for reasons mostly out of their control, along with a lot more shenanigans that happened. But with shenanigans also came much more good that was not seen by most of the Roblox player base who participated in this event. That was insanely well made despite a few minor bugs.
I beat this. I didn't get the badge yet. Claimed it twice. This is the second time, by the way, before reporting.
However, in case you haven't heard of what this event is, RB Battle Season 3 was a full-on community and puzzle-solving based event on Roblox where YouTubers competed against each other for a massive grand prize of 1 million Robux. But the more engaging part of this event that was less noticed was the fact you could gain items such as the Crown of Courage for being one of the first 10,000 players to complete the entire event's final battle. I mean, come on, how could you not like this crazy design with unique puzzle solving based gameplay in the final battle, along with many more items that were all earned in unique ways, with each item being from a different game, earned by solving a lot of puzzles with a group of people working together. Except the battle beam, because if you didn't get this item then you should be obliterated off the Roblox platform, because you literally had to just hold one button upon joining the game to get this item. Kidding, but anyways. One of the easier items to get that did not involve any puzzles in this event was the winner's wings, by completing easy quests in all 12 games that took part of this event, with 3 of the games having secret bits hidden inside of them for the final battle, where you could be one of the first 10,000 to get each bit in order to gain a special golden version of it, which required massive amounts of teamwork. But besides all of that, the main item in a few people's mind was the Hood of Heroes, that you gained for being one of the first 30 players to complete the entire community-based event and its final battle. I mean, goddamn, if I were you, I would try hard for such an item any day, especially with an event as good as this one was. And oh boy, you didn't have to just try hard to get this item and be one of the first 30 players. You had to actually have friends and help each other. Crazy, I know, as it was almost impossible otherwise. Let's pray for those with no friends for the next season, if it ever will be hosted in the first place and funded, because remember, the hosts did not even profit off of Season 3 itself, mainly due to Roblox never putting the event up on the homepage, resulting in much less player activity. Hence, this event is super underrated in some people's opinion like me, because for how well thought out all the gameplay was, it seriously deserved much more recognition than it had gotten. But before rambling more about the Hood of Heroes after that, why was friendship absolutely required for this event and its items? Well, how the f are you supposed to find out exactly what map you had to pick in a golf game, and then for absolutely no reason have a puzzle where you have to go in the specifically selected Oasis map of Super Golf, and then having to go in specifically round 18 for absolutely no reason once again as a VIP server owner, and having to launch yourself into a specific tree that had an invisible teleporter which took you to a secret part of the map, which you then completed the secret map and had officially done one step out of multiple steps for just unlocking one of the items. And all of that without any clear hints except cryptic hints that had to be properly decoded. Otherwise, one single mistake could lead your entire group into the wrong direction, believing you have to do something that you actually didn't have to do, which actually happened to me on Super Golf, but anyway. So far, it sounds pretty horrendous to do all of that type of puzzle, right? Well, if you actually had 20 brain cells and were able to connect with well-behaved people unlike me, someone in my group turned into a furry instead of focusing on the event, you could have ended up having more fun than you've ever had in your entire life, because each puzzle was carefully thought of and put together in the best possible way I have ever seen any puzzle be put together. Despite sounding nonsensical at first, every single hint received by the hosts from their Twitter accounts and such had made sense in one way or another, and once you figured something out or were the first one to do so, you automatically had a huge adrenaline rush as you felt proud for being the smartest of all the sheep. cause even I myself ended up shedding tears over this event once I ended up completing the final battle. Why did I shed tears, you might ask? Because the nostalgia of this event hit like crazy, and the ending was the best part while also being the worst part, but that's because it was over so soon despite you already having went through months of pain and fun discovering secret puzzles with your group and attempting to be the first top tier winners of the final battle for the Hood of Heroes. That's how fun the entire event was for some players like me, despite ending up with the worst team ever. But hey, I cannot just let my boy Albi battles down that quick. What exactly did you have to do in the entire event and the crazy final battle that made people like me shed tears when it ended, because it was over so soon? Well, first of all, the hosts had clues and hints hidden in every video from each YouTuber winning a competition to end up in the finale, along with tweeting out some hints on Twitter and having hints hidden in games themselves, such as Funky Friday. One of the first hints was, my drums are green.
Books are too. Behind a wall he hides, but he is blue. At 6 times 2, inside will be boards for keys, thanks to T and...
Great poem!
Which was a hint referring to the hidden piggy badge that was required for unlocking a different bit. So basically this entire event was poems and hints in order to be the first few people to discover the hidden puzzles, which then as time passed resulted into Russo's bit being found first, despite all the unexpected steps like going in an invisible teleporter in a tree, which was then followed by wacky wizards giving a secret hint that resulted in Sabrina's bit being found, and oh boy, this bit was absolutely a pain in the ass, while also being extremely fun, cause nobody could figure anything out trying every single day until the host tweeted enough hints after a while, which was once again followed by Arsenal's secret badge along with DJ's bit being found right after in Builder Boat, which required the piggy badge as well. Builder Boat had the best in-game boss fight of the entire event except the final battle, to be honest, and it was also extremely fun again. But after all the bits, ahead lies the final battle, which requires every bit to be owned and activated, which also required people to do a few extra steps. And oh boy, this battle was crazy. First, you had to go in the subway and charge yourself in the activated Duncan pad full of energy, activate the subway, and arrive to the next part of the final battle. Followed by having to figure out the code in the subway to keep going in a matter of time before the subway would crash and you would have to restart the battle. Afterwards, arriving at the construction facility, which was absolutely huge and insanely well designed. I love this part of the event so much. It was also one of the easier sections with straightforward puzzles involving RB gameplay as well, which was then followed by the Razor Room. Welcome to the worst part of this entire event, where one kid in my group actually cried out of rage, LOL. In this room, you had to dodge the razors a few times, unlocking a door with each key. However, you had to memorize the razor patterns, and it was actually much harder than it seems, with most people being stuck here for over an hour actually. And after all the razor shenanigans came the huge Duncan puzzle, with each part being inspired by Portal 2. And we all know that Portal 2 is a goated game, so this part was probably the best part, with most people spending 2 hours doing this section. After that entire section was the huge obby that almost made people quit, but once again, once that was over, came the final boss fight, before you were officially one of the first 30 players to get the Hood of Heroes. This boss fight was the most adrenaline I've ever felt playing a game, but once you were done with this boss fight, it was all over. Whether or not you got the hood did not matter as much as the friends made along the way, if you met the right people unlike me. And I let this end with the most nostalgic ending of any event ever made on Roblox.